Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to promote church coming up. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. And in this video, we're going to be specifically breaking down how to promote church. Now, there's a lot of people out there showing you how to promote your church events or a sermon series or something like that, but how do we just promote everyday, normal, average Sunday morning church? That's exactly what we're going to look at in this video. And we'll give you a simple 4-part framework that you can use in order to attract new families and reach your community for Jesus. Now, the process that we're going to talk about in this video is called the Plan Your Visit model. Right, so this is something that we kind of invented at my church back in 2017, right? It's just a simple 4-step blueprint that any church can use. In fact, I've been teaching it to thousands of churches ever since we kind of figured it out. And when we first started doing this, we ended up maxing out our church for Easter Sunday, right? I just had this idea of, man, I bet if we ran a Facebook ad, we could invite people to church using a landing page and plan your visit, and the people will actually show up for Easter Sunday. And it was crazy. We ended up maxing out our entire sanctuary. We had to close the doors. We didn't have any more room. We maxed out our overflow sanctuary. We had to close the doors and didn't have any more room. And then we literally had to shut down our kids check-in because we had this long line of young families trying to check in their 1st through 5th grade kids. But we were 3 times over what the fire marshal would legally let us have in the building, right? So all of a sudden we shut everything down. We had to tell all these people, we're so sorry. We don't have room for you in our main sanctuary, in our overflow sanctuary, and we don't have room for your kids in our kids building because the fire marshal made us shut it down, right? So we ended up having over 1,000 people who are stuck outside our church on Easter Sunday using the Plan Your Visit model. So let's dive in and talk about kind of how this works, why it works, and then we'll walk you through the framework so that you can plug and play at your church. Okay, so the entire idea behind the Plan Your Visit model is that it's basically Moneyball for churches, right? So if you've ever seen the movie Moneyball, right, what they did is they basically simplified everything all the way down to getting people on base, right? They basically said the only thing that matters in baseball is getting people on base. And so they traded away really good players in order to get pretty average players back who got on base more than anyone else. Right? So what they said is basically the more people we can get on base, the better chance we have to score runs. The more runs we score, the better chance we have to win games. And the more games we win, the better chance we have to win the World Series. Right? Pretty simple, and it makes sense, but it also gave them a singular focus. Everything came down to getting people on base. Now, the Plan Your Visit model is basically the exact same way. For us, instead of getting people on base, what we want are link clicks, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Facebook ad, and then we're going to have people who click on the ad go to our website to learn more about the church. Everything comes down to link clicks, because the more link clicks we have, the better chance we have to get new visitors. The more visitors we have, the better chance we have to grow our church. And the more we grow our church, the better chance we have to fulfill the Great Commission and reach our city for Jesus. So let's dive in. Let's break down the 4-part framework and how you can use this Plan Your Visit model and utilize the strategy of a Moneyball for churches. All right, so what exactly is the Plan Your Visit model? Well, it's pretty simple. Basically, step 1 is you want to create a Facebook ad and you want to target everyone within driving distance of your church. Step 2 is you want to set up a landing page, and I prefer a Plan Your Visit landing page, right? So this is a landing page that's just kind of an overview of the church and the things that someone would need to know in order to visit your church for the very first time. Step 3 is Plan Your Visit. So on that landing page, you're going to have a button that says Plan Your Visit Now, and that's going to lead people to a form where they can submit their name, email, and phone number and sign up for Plan Your Visit. That way, you can assign a friendly host to meet them at the front door. Then they can help them get their kids checked in, save seats for them in service, introduce them to some key staff and leaders, make sure that they meet you as the pastor, get them a free cup of coffee, right? Basically, you don't want to treat them like VIP, you want to treat them like family. It's just like having a best friend waiting for you at the front door. So you have a Facebook ad that goes to a landing page where people can plan a visit, and then after they visit, you want to plug them in to a follow-up system. All right, I'm a huge fan of using Text in Church for this because number 1, they already have a 6-week follow-up system that's already built out. So you can literally sign up for an account and have a 6-week follow-up system up and running for your church in about 20 minutes. Pretty simple, pretty easy. If you want to check that out, you can actually click on the link in the description below and get 3 months of Text in Church free. So you can actually try it before you buy it. But I'm a huge fan of using an automated follow-up system because who has time to remember and personally follow up with every single guest that comes in? It just gets confusing and there's no way you can kind of remember where everybody's at in the system. So having an automated follow-up system is going to be a game changer. manager. All right, so Facebook ad to a landing page to plan your visit to a follow-up system. Now, when we talk about the Moneyball for Churches system being we want to focus on link clicks, basically what we want to do is we want to make that ad so attractive, right, so perfectly targeted and have an emotional connection in there that people are seeing the ad, they're making an emotional connection, and then they're clicking on the ad to go to our landing page to learn more about our church. We just want to have as many people as possible clicking on our Facebook ad and going to the landing page, because the more link clicks we have, the better chance we have to get new visitors. The more visitors we have, the better chance we have to get healthy, sustainable church growth. And the more we get healthy, sustainable church growth, the better chance we have to fulfill the Great Commission. So the best way to create an ad that's going to have as many link clicks as possible is by focusing on the 5 elements of an effective Facebook ad. The first one is your creative. This is either going to be a picture or a video. I've found that video most of the time usually converts better, especially if you do some type of like a walking selfie video where you're just walking down the street or walking outside your church, holding your video and kind of doing it selfie style. And if you are a guy, it always converts better for whatever reason if you have your spouse in there as well, right? So create a walking selfie video of you and your spouse just inviting people out to church this Sunday. That way you can run this for weeks on end. The second thing that you want to do is you want to create a compelling headline, right? Because people are going to see your creative first, then they're going to read your headline. Then if your headline piques their curiosity, they'll go up and they will actually read all of your ad copy, right? So you've got your creative, you've got your headline, and then you've got your ad copy. The fourth element is going to be your landing page. And again, this should just be a landing page that kind of introduces them to your church, kind of a coffee shop invite, right? If you met somebody at a coffee shop, you're inviting them to church, what is some of the basic info you would share with them in order to invite them to church? That's how you want your landing page to read, right? Typically, you want it to be a long form landing page. You're going to put lots of pictures, maybe some videos on there. You're going to use headlines, subheads, a lot of snack size information. You want to make it easily scannable. On average, people are only going to read about a quarter of your landing page. They're just going to scan. So make it easily scannable. Headlines, subheadlines, bullet points, numbered lists. And whenever you do have some text to write, don't write an entire huge paragraph of text. That's going to keep people away. Make sure to break that up and put only 1 or 2 sentences per line, then have some white space before you have the next line. It's just going to make it much easier for people to read and kind of scan your landing page. Okay, so before I get to my last couple of points, make sure to hit that like button, right? Super easy for you to do, but it means the world to me. I've poured my heart and soul into this channel and creating these videos. So smash that like button and show me that you actually appreciate some of the content we're putting out. All right, so a couple of details about the plan your visit model that's important to understand. So when we talk about link clicks, understand that on average, it's going to take about 200 link clicks in order for you to get a plan your visit. So if your landing page is set up correctly and it's converting well, then about every 200 clicks, you're going to have someone actually sign up and plan a visit, right? That might sound like a lot, but think about it. You're interrupting people while they're on social media and you're piquing their interest. You're kind of planting that seed, right? So they're clicking on your ad, they're going to your landing page to learn a little bit more. They may not be ready to visit your church yet, right? So again, we're kind of putting that rock in their shoe. We're planting a seed, but there are some people who are going to be ready to visit this Sunday. And so on average, out of the thousands of churches that I've helped use this, I've seen it over and over again. It just works out to be somewhere around 200 link clicks for every plan your visit. Now, sometimes if you have a really rockin' landing page, you might be getting one every 100 to 150, but it's really rare, right? Sometimes if it's not converting as well, it might take 250 to 300, right? But it's always gonna be around 200 to 300 link clicks in order to get a plan your visit. Now, if you have 400 link clicks and you still haven't got a plan your visit, the problem isn't your Facebook ad, the problem is your landing page. So you need to tweak your landing page, redesign it a little bit, and kind of take a look at it, right? So here's kind of how it works out, is you want your Facebook ad to be under $1 per click, preferably under 50 cents per click. And if you're somewhere in the 30s or below, you're crushing it. So if you have an ad that is working and your cost per click is in the 30s or below, but you're not getting any plan your visits, the problem is not your Facebook ad, the problem is your landing page, right? But if your Facebook ad is rocking, your landing page is converting and you're getting plan your visits, but nobody's showing up, the problem is your plan your visit communication, right? So you wanna make sure to call the plan your visits within 15 minutes and you wanna make sure to send them a reminder text Saturday evening, right? But if the ad's working, you're getting plan your visits, people are showing up, but they're not coming back again, then the problem is your follow-up system. It's always one of these 4 things. So all we have to do is focus on getting as many link clicks as possible for the lowest cost possible and we can grow our church, right? It comes down to Moneyball for churches. It's that simple. So if you like this video, you found it valuable, then I've got a free gift for you. Head on over to churchgrowthagency.com or click on the link in the description below. I'm actually going to introduce you to another Facebook ad strategy that you can use that has a ministry first approach. We'll actually show you how to use Facebook ads to do ministry first and then invite people to plan your visit. So these two strategies together are kind of two sides of the same coin. So head on over to churchgrowthagency.com, click on the link in the description below. We'll see you soon.